Yo, Elliott.
I have a tough time falling in line with women as bosses at my work. I sort of always want to defy them, and I see this as wrong. In my mind, I am conflicted about being in my masculine frame, at the same time learning to have boundaries around requests from women. Man, the first thing that comes to my mind is that you have to have something that women and men see that you're engaged with that is bigger than she. While I'm reading this, I'm hearing you saying that you work with women that are bosses at your work. And so just by default, they have an authority over you. But they don't have an authority over that thing you do. Like, say, you're a Christian, and so you pray. And so when you sit and you have meals with them, they think it's strange, but you pray. They notice your liturgical living, right? The way you celebrate the holidays. Pray. Let them see you praying, right? That's something I'm sure these secular feminist women that are bosses at work they can't even touch with a 10-foot pole. And I'm not saying to do that in an arrogant way, but my point is that you have to have something that they can't get in the way. It could be anything. It could be your obsession with bodybuilding, whatever. A lot of guys choose different things. He says, I sort of always want to defy them, and I see this as wrong. Don't defy them. Pray for them. Here's the thing too, bro. You can offer that suffering up. There's theology around that. Okay, humble yourself and you'll be exalted. That's another thing to consider. So you can be a leader in every right by answering every request they have with, as you wish. You ever see that movie, The Princess Bride, where this kind of uppity girl, right, had a servant boy, and the servant boy would always, whenever she would shove him around, tell the servant boy, come do this, servant boy, can do that, he would say, as you wish. And over time, when he would say, as you wish, she would notice something in her. And then she would look at him, and then they started looking at each other, and he'd say, as you wish. He was just working and maintaining his frame. And she fell right into his seductive, I don't want to say trap, but he was doing it. He was saying, as you wish. Now, I know you're not trying to date these women, but there's a sort of charisma and there's a sort of charm to being humble. As you wish, as you wish, as you wish. But let them see you pray. What is this man is doing that says, as you wish? He says, I also begin to not want to do things my wife asked me to do. As you wish, as you wish. And do you know what? In the movie, As You Wish, it carried itself all the way to the end. And in a way, it meant I love you. So you're spreading love here, right? So, but I know where you're coming from because what you have is a little bit of red pill rage. And so everything I just said right now might sound crazy and stuff, but I know where you're coming from. You have red pill rage, and it comes from your mother, but also, bro, in a different time, in a different generation, you would have died not knowing why you're so miserable. Just 2 generations ago, I mean, we're only under 3 generations of feminism. Somewhere in between, I guess you could say the boomers, they fell into the feminist trap and they just died drowning, not knowing what they were drowning under. Either they pretended like they were happy or they were miserable and didn't know what the hell happened. They did what they were supposed to do. You got guys like me and guys like Andrew Tate saying, hey, listen, guys, we've been doing it wrong. It's because you come from a blue pill perspective childhood into an awakening, and then you realize, oh my gosh, why are these women bossing me around? Why do I have boss women? They go from being girls to elevated on a pedestal because either I want her sex, the whole thing with your wife, we can get to that in a moment. I want her sex, I want her validation, or fear, and I have to do what she tells me to because if I don't, I'll get fired, right? These are poor sentiments to proceed from. So he says, I'm conflicted about being in my masculine frame at the same time learning to have boundaries around requests for women. You're masculine. If you wrap, and I said before, but if you wrap your heart around God, let God envelop your heart, that is your masculine frame. Live that life and have that away time from her too. This is a part of it. So I'm saying, prayer and, be a holy man. That's one way to look at it. But guys that go to the gym, guys that go and they play handball or rugby or martial arts or, any number of things, sports leagues, any number of things. If she starts seeing you so accessible and everything revolves around her, not only are you going to be resentful, polarity shifts as a result because now she's more important than you. And a woman doesn't want to be more important than her man. No matter what they tell you, they want you to be more important than her. Women marry up. Men will make a pauper into a princess, but women don't want to pull a man up. She wants a man that's better than her. That means you got to have things that you could show her, things you could do that she doesn't know about. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the frame. She doesn't want to look down on you. So anyway, that's sort of what comes to mind when I read what you got there, dude. I hope some of what I share with you here is useful. That's it. That's all. Done, dude.
Yo, Elliott.